Hello, my name is Benedict, but my friend and family call me Bene. I'm talking to you from the north of Paris in France, where I live with my two children, two daughters, and my husband, partner, best friend. Same person. This is my little corner on the internet where I talk about knitting, yarn, crochet, a little bit about my life, and I'm broadcasting on a shiny day, but it's too shiny. So I'm sitting between two windows, hoping the sun will not bother you too much, but at the same time, so happy to see it. So I'm going to start because I've got a lot to talk about. Realize that the way I am filmed, you don't see what I'm wearing. It's green. It's finished, but Lento. It's finished. I think it's a perfect name for me because it took me a very long time. Um, I'm quite happy with the result. I'm going to take it off because it's very warm today. Um, so the lento, do I have to say that? I think everybody knows the lento, but it's from Jonna Hietala from Lento magazine, I think. Um, so I've been knitting it for like two months now, and I think this sweater is a bit doomed because I struggled so much. And I don't know why, because it's a quite easy raglan top-down pattern. It's me. Um, so I've got something with sleeves. I always get bored. They're always too small. This time it was even worse than ever. So I had to do it again like 3 times, and now it's quite nice. I did a very long ribbing, and the same for the rib part at the bottom of the sweater. It was too short. It was too crop. Even though I want to, I'm wearing it. I do what I can with a black dress. It was too crop for me, so I had to undo that too. I spend evenings and evening doing ribbing, and I couldn't stand it anymore. And it's a very, very dark green, so late at night it was not easy to see what I was doing. I think it was equivalent to knitting black. I love the result. It's very warm, it's very soft, it's very easy to wear, and now I'm going to take it off. I'm pressing pause because I don't want to do the thing with my hair and I don't want to mess my hair, so I'll press pause and see you again. Okay, so this sweater is really doomed because what I didn't tell you is that the first time I tried it, the bind off cracked, and I had like the sweater didn't unravel because it's mohair and Woolyknit, so it's holding together, but it cracked and I had to fix it. To I had to fix it. I just did it again. So I took off my sweater and I heard a crack. So I'm pretty sure it cracked at the same spot. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to check it again. Yeah, see, it's just why do you see that? Yes, it's just why? What can I do? So it's exactly at the same spot. well, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's a knitting, but I'm pissed. I'm mad at myself. I'm quite sure my Italian bind off was too tight, and now each time I try to take it off, it's cracking. It's wow. Well, that's it. So let's move on to something that's bothering me a bit less. So I'm still knitting on my patchwork cardigan from Lara Delgado, but I finished all the panel. I'm not going to say nearly done because it's a cardigan, so once you finish the main panel, you still have some work to do. So it's intarsia. It's a very colorful cardigan. Let me show you if I can. So it's a paid pattern, so I'll give some detail but not too much. You knit it in panel from like back panel, left, right, front panel, left, right, and then you pick up stitches to do the neck and the arm, and so what can go wrong with a cardigan knitted in panel when you've got my disability? So as I said before, I'm disabled. I'm working with walking sticks, and I have trouble with balance, and I have trouble too with left, right, front, back. So what can go wrong? I'm laughing at myself now after a long time being very mad at myself. So I knitted 2 left panel or 2 right panel, I can't remember. Of course, I realized that once I was nearly done, I was nearly binding off, and then I realized that something was wrong. So I undid one of the panel, the one that I was nearly done, and what did I do? I'm laughing. I did the shaping from the back or from the front, I can't remember, on the wrong side. And that I didn't realize before I wanted to do the 3 needle bind off at the shoulder. I realized that it was not fitting. It was not fitting because I did the shaping on one panel here, on one panel, I'll show you. On one panel I did the shaping here, so okay, right? And on the back panel I did the shaping here, so it couldn't match. And when I realized that, I was so mad I didn't touch the cardigan for 2 weeks and did something else that I'll show you after. So, what do I have left? It's knitted in intarsia with 2 strands of yarn, one of merino and one of mohair. It's very warm and soft and drapey. I have left. I have the other side of the button band. I did one side here. I still have the other side to start and finish. And I started the sleeve. I hope that it will be okay because I'm doing a size 3, I think, and I picked up um, less stitches. I picked up stitches like for size 1. I tried the sleeve on and it's fitting, but I'm not sure about the way it's going to look. I don't know if it's going to be too tight or I struggle to pick up stitches and not. I felt like it's pulling because the fabric is too heavy for the stitches where I picked up. I don't know. It's my first time doing a interior cardigan that way. Then I had to mattress stitch all the pieces. I'm getting better now. I think I should have started with the side because that's where you see it less. I started right in the middle. You can see that it's a bit messy. I'm like Sarah in the It's a Sarah podcast. I'm a messy knitter, and I have to embrace that, even though I would like to be more careful with the finished detail. But I can see that I'm getting better. My mattress stitches on the side are better, except from the ribbing part. When I have to mattress, oh, sorry, it's my phone. Where is it? My my daughter is went with a friend to color party, and I should check my phone to see if she's okay. Yeah, they're okay, and a lot of a lot of. I'm going to receive a lot of pictures, so I'm going to turn off the picture for a while. Okay, there, she's fine. She's having fun. So let's see if I can show you my mattress stitches on the side. See, here it's a bit messy still. You can see here that mm, and here it's much better. I think it's harder for with some colors. Plus, I didn't really know which color of yarn I should use so that it would be very invisible. I still have a thread here because I haven't picked up the stitches here on this armhole, but you can see that that's the last panel I mattress stitched and it's much better. So I'm learning, but it's getting nice where you can see the stitch. So like at the under my armpits, it's very nice, well done, except that it's not matching. Like the four square, they are not matching. And at the bottom where you see it the more, it's where it's a bit messy. But you know, I'm not a professional. I don't intend to knit um, sweater and that it. I don't intend to knit sweater so that they can look like commercial one. I'm okay with mistakes and I'm okay with the messy details. I'm mad at the binding off because I don't want to crack my sweater that I struggle to knit for ages at night. Each time I take it off, it cracks. This bothers me. much more than just a few details. So, like every year, I finish my sweater, the thing that I'm knitting for me, when it's getting very warm and when I can't wear them. So we'll have to wait for September. Um, as I was very mad at myself for the Lento and for the cardigan, um, I started like knitting and knitting and knitting and being mad. I started having pain on my hands, so I stopped knitting. When I feel like pain, I just crochet, and it's not the same movement, so it's better for my hands. So I'm going to show you something that I've been crocheting on uh, since last summer. I left it in Spain and took it with me in at Christmas time when I went back, and so it was on my to-do list since Christmas. So I decided that it was time to finish it. So it's my lemon pouch from Mola Mill. I'm quite happy with the result. It was my first attempt at tapestry crochet. The only crochet I know was doing a few granny square. I'm not very. I don't know the name of the stitches when I'm crocheting. I just watch video. And do what they do. So I can't tell you what I did, but sorry. But the principle of the tapestry crochet is that you have two strands of or more of yarn, and you always have one. You carry on the yarn inside, so it's quite sturdy, and it's perfect for bags or um, so um, I asked my husband to finish the inside of the bag. Sorry, some word I know them, but I'm sure that I can't pronounce them, so I just try to make a sentence and avoid the word. So okay, let's rewind a bit. For me, this project was more. I was less interested at the result, at the product, than at the process, because I wanted to learn to do tapestry crochet, and I wanted to try to be a bit better as putting linen inside and add a zip and all those different techniques. So it doesn't really matter if it looks like that. So it's inside. I used the tote bag. I'm doing like university Panthéon-Sorbonne, very chic. So I work at university, and in university when there is like an event or a symposium, a gather of people, and it's something special. They produce tote bag for the people who come to listen to the researchers and PhD students. So I've got lots of. I do not work from Panthéon Sorbonne, but I've got lots of tote bag lying around, and I use them to put my yarn in, to store my yarn. And this one, it's very old, so I just cut it because I thought, okay, I don't need to do all the bottom. It's done. Just cut the tote bag at the top, the size of the pouch, and then I have less work. I stopped because I'll try to show you why. Because I thought, okay, I want to learn a new technique, so let's try to do it. If I'm quite sure that I can do it better, it's better to stop and try again. So I don't know if yes, you can see it. So I'm trying to attach the zipper to the pouch with the crochet, but my stitches are smaller than the pouch because I use only one strand of yellow when the rest of the pouch is using two. So you see here you have two strands, it's bigger, and here you have only one strand and it's smaller. At first I thought, it would be difficult to use two strands because my crochet and the yarn has to go through the how you say fil? Can't remember the word in English. Had to go through the brown part. Sorry. And I thought, okay, two strands, it will be too big, and I thought that it would be inside and that nobody would see this part, but I can see now that it's showing more that what I wish. So it's not, I haven't done much, so I have to undo it, but sometimes I need time to undo things, do it again better. I need to gather patience. And I needed quiet, patience, and light. And for the past weeks, I was missing one of those three elements. And now I have patience, light, and quiet, and I'm doing a podcast. So I'm procrastinating talking to you. So I have to undo the zip and try to do it better. But I finished the lemon part and I think it's nice. It was just a summer project because I didn't have anything to do on the beach and I needed something for my hand to keep busy and I just started that. So no pressure. So once okay, I think I understood the idea of sorry, yeah, maybe of tapestry crochet. I watched another online class. I didn't say that. I learned this technique watching Mola Mills distant class on online class on Domestika with a K. It's in English. I'll put all the references and the box below the video. And I watched another one from Fabric. I think she's from Argentina, and Fabric is the name of the brand. Because I'll put a picture and you'll see in her online class, she was teaching us how to do a pillow with the face of a little girl, and it reminded me a lot of my oldest daughter. So I thought that I would do that, but instead of making a pillow, I would make her a bag. And for that, I used yarn that I already had in my stash. So let me show you. I came prepared, but always. Okay, I'm going to do like that. So it's cotton in love from Katia that I bought in Spain in a little yarn shop next to my husband's flat. So it's rest of the yarn that I had. I did a first sweater in cotton for my youngest daughter, and I've got this left. And then I kind of reclaimed, I don't even know what it was. My mother gave me like a big piece of fabric, like a big square of fabric that she crocheted 20 years ago, and I didn't even remember that I had that. So I unraveled everything, and I'm holding it. I'm holding 2 strands. So this project is not something that I can bring with me. So this is the bottom of the bag. I wasn't quite sure about the dimension, so I look for free pattern in drops of a tote bag to see how I could do the bottom, if it was big enough for a tote bag. I think so. And then once you finish all the triangle colors, you make the face of a little girl. So the class was okay. The only thing that I have to say about the course, is that she doesn't give you the pattern at the end. So you have to figure out how to do it. I think she says that it's part of the learning process, just to do your creative process, and it bugged me because I think you can learn with the pattern, and you can learn reading a pattern, and I don't think it's right to do a class and then don't without a pattern. In Mola Mills, she gives you a pattern. I think it's my opinion. Except from that, it was very clear to follow. So I used an app to figure out the pattern from a picture. I can't remember. Fiddle something. I'll put the link, and I'll put the picture. I haven't printed it. I'll put the picture of my own vision of my daughter on a tote bag. I hope she's not adolescent big enough to say, "Oh, mama, it's for baby." Uh, I'll finish it anyway, and then if she doesn't want to wear it in front of her friends, she can keep it in her room. So that's where I am. So I've been, you see, I've been knitting the patchwork, crocheting those two, and then last time we talked, I was telling you that I was going to knit a shawl, but I didn't know if I would start the half and half triangle from Perso, or if I would start a shawl from my colleague. So I show you. It's here. So that's what I've done so far. It's the Sistere shawl from Kerstin Robeta. Okay, I'll try to. I started it like 3 times, and I thought, man, you need a PhD in knitting to understand the shorts. I was a bit overwhelmed. You've got three shorts to knit the pattern. It's great. I'm I'm having a lot of fun now, but you have to get over the overwhelming effect of a pattern with like 2, 4, like 6 pages and 3 different shorts. But it's great. So I'll show you the picture. So you've got do that. Maybe I got better like that. So you've got you start at the top and you've got like a lace pattern, and then you've got colorwork pattern, and then you've got mosaic pattern. So 3 different shots. It's my fault, you know. I think it's a big step for me. I've knitted one shawl so far, so it's a big step. But I'm doing it for my friend and colleague. When I saw the shawl I have to tell you where I saw it on Instagram. I thought of her. I thought of her because it's her color, it's her style. She's going to love it. It's not a surprise because I wasn't. I'm going to need that forever, so I wanted to be sure that she would like it. So I show her the pattern, and I didn't say that I would finish it for her birthday. I just said I was thinking of knitting that for you. Would you like it? And she said, I love it. I will wear it every day of my life. So now I can't. I could always knit something else, but so I undid and started again like 3, 4, 5 times. But I think it's me. I think I was overwhelmed because it's not hard. You just have to be a bit. It's not a hard pattern, but if you are like me, mother of 2, full-time job, and you knit at the end of a long day. It's not a mindless knit if you are a skilled beginner. I think somebody like Amy Palko, she could knit that in her sleep, but I'm not Amy Palko. So, but now I think I'm getting it. But still, I have to knit that when the children are in bed and when I'm not too tired, because I have to count a lot. But it's gorgeous. So I'm knitting it in. I'm going to show you the colors in Ost Ostgarn. Ostgarn super soft. So this color I have two. It's saffron for the lace section, the lace section of the pattern. Then I've got two colors for the color work section. So no, you can't see because I printed in black and white. I stick to the color of the pattern because it was perfect for my friend. This is almond, and this is Oxford, because I couldn't find black, so I thought that dark gray would work. And then for the pop of color, I'm in between those two, clementine or probably burnt orange. Yeah, in Titicaca, it's not mohair. So I don't know if you suppose it's a bit, normally the round parts on the shawl are a bit fluffy. So, my pattern, my choice. My pattern. My version of the shawl, my choice. So I'm loving it now that I've passed the very overwhelming reading part of the short. I was watching, is it Katy from the Green Bean Podcast? Yes, I think so. And she was telling us how she is following a pattern, a written pattern, a printed pattern. I thought it was great. I remember that she said that she was using washi tapes to mark where she is. It's great because I bought a digital version of Pom Pom magazine issue 43. That's where the pattern is from. And I can't read it on my phone. It's too small. So I printed it. I don't like to print pattern. I don't like to print things if I don't have to, but it's easier to follow with 3 different charts. And I didn't want to write too much on the pattern because I've got yarn to do 2 more. So that's why I didn't want to give up, because I really like the shawl. And I've got planned to knit one more for my mom, I think, and I was thinking of using the yarn that I bought for the mystery shawl from Stephen West, the last one, the only one that I did, and I stopped because I didn't like what I was knitting, and I was pretty sure that I would not wear this shawl, so I just stopped. But I have the same yarn, Ost Garn, in different shades of green. So maybe I'll do the green version for my mom, because I've got I've just finished a green sweater, so I don't know. I've got like, I don't know if you have that. I've got moments in my life where I'm obsessed with a color, and everything I need, everything I see, it's in the same shades. So I had a green phase, and I bought like a lot of green yarn, and now I'm in an orange and pink phase, and that's all I've bought so far. But it's okay. It's just something I noticed about me. So I'm knitting the Sistere from Kirsten Roveta. I take a pause because I've got the impression that I've been flying. Okay, so what will I knit next? Because normally I have two whips. One that is a bit complicated or that ask a bit of brain from me. One that is more easygoing, where I read less the pattern, even though I should have read more carefully the Lento pattern, I have to say. So I finished the Lento, so it's my easy pattern. So I'm supposed to cast on an easy. It's my own rule. I'm supposed to nothing. So I would like to cast on a new thing, even though I haven't finished the Christmas sock for my husband. The red sweater that I started for my daughter last spring, it's not done, and I think I'm going to unravel it and knit it again, but I can still cast on something new. So if you've watched my previous podcast, maybe you know, but I will assume that nobody has watched my previous podcast, and I'm going to talk to you about this pattern. So my next plan was to knit the name escaped me now. From neon and neutral, starting with a C. Confluence pattern. I can't remember the name of the designer. It's a neon and neutral from curated by Amy from La Bien-Aimée. And I wanted a bright orange. My plan was to knit those two together. And it's not working. And I've been struggling with this orange. It's Mondim from Rosa Pomar in the color of orange. I don't know. They have numbers, so I can never remember. So I've never swatched so much to figure out the color of a sweater. So I have a suitcase, and it's not a metaphor. I have a suitcase of yarn for my cardigan, the patchwork cardigan, because it's 2 strands of yarn and I've got like 7 colors. So I've got 7 balls of mohair, and I thought, okay, I'm going to. When I realized that my first idea wasn't working, I took all the mohair I have in my house and started swatching. And so you've got pink, you've got yellow, you've got brown, you've got cream, you've got. Then I thought, oh, maybe I could try this. So you've got earth, you've got clementine, titicaca, and there's nothing that I really like. I like the texture. Um, I've got 21 stitches and I think I need 24 to do the confluence. So I don't get gauge either. But I don't know what to do. It's like the orange is so strong that the mohair is not it's not blending, and when I'm using something that's not mohair, it's not creating a mild effect that I like. So I asked my children and my husband, and they all like the yellow, the mix between the yellow from the cardigan and the orange, so this part. I'm not sure I like it. My husband says, you just do a mass stitch. I don't know. It took me a while to understand what he meant. So I guess he's saying that everybody votes and then I do what I want. Because that's what happened in France. Everybody votes against whatever entering something in Europe, and they did it. The government did it anyway. I think that's what he meant. So I can just do what I want because it's my sweater, but I don't like it. So I'm going to leave it for now. I think what I could is my fridge. What I could try is just acknowledge the orange and just go for it and just go for orange. I saw a girl in Ravelry that knitted um, the sweater from the Japanese girl that everybody's knitting. Midori Hirose. It's and the girl from the black sheep yarn. What's the name of her podcast? I, what's the name? She wants to do a cowl for this sweater that everybody has been knitting except her, and she wants to do a cowl. Oh, can't remember. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen, and that's it. So I can go with like orange and buy like tangerine mohair, and just orange sweater. But I'm not sure, so I'm just going to leave it now because I've got lots of yarn and my queue in Ravelry is so long that it's not a problem. So what I decided to do is that I bought this yarn to knit with the Flora pink yarn that I used to knit my husband sweater that I showed you before. So what I understand now is that I cannot find any project and any other yarn to knit with this yarn because I love the pink too much. I just have to acknowledge that I want to knit this yarn and I want this color. So I just have to knit this yarn double and have a very fluffy and pink sweater. So that's what I'm going to do. So you see, I resolved one problem at least, because this yarn has been in my stash for 1 year now. And each time I wanted to pair it with something, I bought yarn, and at the end didn't work. So it's not a swatch, it's a, but you've got the idea. I can't remember. I think I knitted that last year when I saw, okay, let's see the texture and the color of this yarn if you weld it double, and I think it's great. I could even knit nuage with this color, like in the pattern, but I'm going to do cumulus blouse from Petit Knits. I had this pattern in my queue and in my library forever, like years. I think it's one of the first pattern I saw on Ravelry when I started knitting compulsively 3 years or 4 years ago. I wanted the cumulus blouse for 3 or 4 years ago, so I'm just think I'm going to knit in this gorgeous pink cumulus blouse for myself. So this is my next cast on. First, I'm going to fix my Lento for the second time, and I have to find a way to fix it for good. Second, I'm going to finish my patchwork cardigan. I've got 1 sleeve and a half and 1 placket, button band left, and the sister chale is for September. Okay, so that's it. And I still have the Bisbee beret in yellow somewhere in my huge basket. I still have the red sweater for my daughter, and I'm ashamed because last time I talked to you about this sweater, I told you that when you knit for children, you have to knit pretty fast because they grow fast. And if I don't knit it now, I think the size will be too small for her because she's going to turn 10 years old in September. But it's not calling me now. And I'm not going to force myself to knit something when I don't feel to knit it. I don't have that many whip, like forgotten whip. I see people on the internet doing like full podcast on forgotten whip and deciding if they had to frog or they had to knit them. I'm not at that point yet. Even if I feel like I just want to knit everything and cast on everything, at the end, I do a swatch. Maybe I'll do like 3 or 4 rows to get it out of my system, but then, I just need to whip more or less at the same time, and it worked for me. So my next question, and I'm going to finish with that because it's already like nearly 1 hour of me talking. My next question is, what I'm going to need during the summer, because we've decided that we won't be taking the plane to go to Spain this summer, that we are going to take the train to the south of France, cross the border, and rent a car in the north of Spain and visit the north of Spain, and then drive down to the south where my husband was born, live, has lived, because because my daughters, they are 11 years old and 9 years old. They think that Spain is just the Mediterranean, the sun, the sea, very, very warm. And I think they are old enough now to visit their country. At the end, they are half Spanish, and we take the plane, and in 2 hours and a half we are in the south of Spain, and we go to the beach and we go to the mountain, and they have a lot of fun. But I think now they are big enough and they speak Spanish enough to visit, and it's going to be great. So we are going to the north. We are going to visit Madrid because they have never been to the capital. We are going to visit museum. We're going to go to Bilbao. A lot of traveling, so I can bring my knitting with me. I have to bring my knitting with me, but it has to be portable because we are going to like do lots of different stops, take a night train and 2 night trains. So I have to knit something easy, not something with a sharp, not something very heavy, lots of yarn. So I don't think the half and half triangle could work. Maybe I'll finish a sock. So we'll talk about that next month, because we still have few months before I'm on holiday. So this is the end, my friend. And I'll see you next month, and I hope that you are well, and see you next month. Bye.